Hello students, how are you? So in the previous video we had started adaptations and we completed the adaptation in polar animals. Okay, let's quickly revise what we did in the previous video. I told you that living organism can survive in a particular habitat only if its body is suited. Okay, and these specific features that help it to survive are called as adaptations. Okay, and how does the adaptations occur in the body? With the help of the process evolution. Okay, what does the adaptation do? It can help the animal to survive in the environment, or we can say in extreme environment. Okay, then we discussed that animals live in two type of habitats, that is the polar and the tropical regions. We discussed some countries in the polar regions like Canada, Greenland, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Finland, etc. And then also about tropical like Malaysia, India, Brazil, Republic of Congo, etc. Okay, then we discussed about polar region. We discussed that polar region is a region which is always covered with ice and snow, and it is extremely cold for most of the part of the year. Okay, and the animals living in the polar regions have adapted to the extremely cold climate by having some special features. Okay, we discussed about two animals like or you can say three, like polar bear, penguins and reindeer. Okay, let's take a look quickly what are the adaptations in polar bear. See students, why I am revising it again is because these are important points. Okay, you need to remember this. So adaptation in polar bear, the polar bear is a large white bear which lives in north polar regions, as we discussed. Now what are the features that helps polar bear to survive in a cold climate? Okay, first one was it has white color. So what does the white color do? It helps to match in the background. Okay, so the prey is unable to see it. Second one, polar bear has two thick layers of fur on its body. We have many times we have discussed that what does the fur or do. These trap the air, and the air is a bad insulator of heat, so it does not allow the heat of the body to escape into the surrounding. Okay, the similar thing is done by the thick layer of fat under the skin. Okay, then polar bear has a rounded body and small ears. Why? To keep the body surface area minimum. This reduces the heat loss from the body. Polar bear has big feet. Why it has big feet? Because so that it can easily spread the weight of its body on snow. Then the next point is polar bear is a good swimmer because having big feet, and polar bear has a very strong sense of smell. Okay, so these were some points related to polar bear. Then we discussed about the adaptation in penguins. Penguin, we discussed that it is a black and white color and merges in the white background of ice sometimes. Penguin has thick skin, again just like you can say polar bear, not so thick but it has thick skin. Okay, and a layer of fat below its skin which protect it from extreme cold. Penguins live together in large number, as you have seen in various channels like National Geographic or Discovery. You might have seen that the penguins always are in huddle so that they keep themselves warm. Then penguin has streamlined body, flipper like wings, webbed feet which make it good swimmer. Okay, then we discussed about the topic migration. I told you the process in which a bird or an organism moves from one place to another to avoid extreme or harsh conditions of that habitat. Okay, so the migration takes place. For example, we talked about Siberian crane. What does the Siberian crane do? When in the Siberia it gets extremely cold, they fly thousands of kilometers and comes to a warmer place in India, like I discussed in Bharatpur, Rajasthan. Okay, and when the conditions become normal back home, they again fly back. Okay, so this was about migration. And again we discuss about reindeer. Reindeer is a mammal which migrates. Reindeer lives in herds in cold, and similarly it was an animal which lives in North America, but during unfavorable conditions or we can say extreme conditions it moves towards southern region. And when the original habitat, or you can say they return to the original habitat in the north when the conditions come back to the normal stage. Okay, okay students, so this was what we discussed. We just quickly recapped it. Okay, the next topic that we are going to discuss, or next adaptations of the region that we are going to discuss, is the tropical rainforest. Okay, see students, in the starting also we discussed that tropical rainforest and polar climate, they are two extreme conditions. Whereas the polar climate is cold and dry, the tropical rainforest is hot and humid. Okay, So let's start adaptation, or you can say about the tropical rainforest. See, the area of earth near both sides of the equator is called tropical region. The tropical region has generally a hot climate because of its location around the equator. The tropical regions get plenty of rainfall. This makes the region humid. Thus, the tropical regions have hot and humid climate. In tropical regions, days and nights are almost equal in length throughout the year. Tropical rainforests are found in India, Southeast Asia, Central America, and Central Africa. Because of highly favorable climatic conditions in tropical rainforest, a large variety of plants and animals are found in tropical rainforest. Okay, because of highly favorable climatic conditions. Okay, for the living organism, that's why a large variety of plants are found in the tropical rainforest. This is a very important part. Okay, now the tropical region, it is located near, it is the area of earth near both sides of the equator. Generally hot climate. Why? Because of its location around the equator. We have discussed, because at the equator the sun is just overhead, okay, and the rays of the heat radiations of the sun come directly. Okay, the tropical regions get plenty of rainfall. This makes the region humid. Thus the tropical regions have hot and humid climate. If the climate will be hot, then definitely rainfall will be more. Why? Because the more evaporation takes place, more evaporation, so more condensation in the atmosphere up above the sky. Okay, so and then more condensation, then definitely it will result into the precipitation, or we can say rainfall. Okay, and then we discussed that tropical rainforests are found in India, Southeast Asia, Central America, etc. Okay, now let's discuss the major type of animals living in tropical rainforest are lions, tigers, leopards, elephants, monkeys, apes, lion-tailed macaque, gorillas, birds, snakes, lizards, frogs and insects, etc. Okay, so these are some major types of animals that are living in tropical rainforest. Now, some of the adaptations in animals living in tropical rainforests are: first, a skin color which helps them to camouflage, that is mix up with the surroundings and hide in order to catch prey or protect themselves from predators. Okay, a very important adaptation, this one, for especially for small animals. A skin color which helps them to camouflage. Camouflage means that they mix up with the surrounding colors, okay, and they are not visible easily, and hide in order to catch prey or protect themselves from predators. Second is running very fast. You know, the animals like tiger, etc., they need to run fast to catch their prey. Okay, or we can also say the animals like deer also, they also need to run very fast. Third, development of trunk, tusks and large ears and feet. Fourth, sharp eyesight. Fifth, sensitive hearing and thick skin. Sixth, living on trees. This is also an adaptation. Seventh, development of strong and gripping tails. Eighth, long and large beaks. Ninth, bright colors and loud voice. 10th, living on diet of fruits. Okay, student, so these were certain adaptations that are required, or you can say that are present in the animals that are in the region, in the tropical region. Okay, next one is adaptations in big cats. Okay, students, shall we start? The wild animals such as lions and tigers, etc., are called big cats. The big cats are carnivores which eat only the meat or flesh of other animals. Okay, the big cats, that is lion and tiger, have highly developed sense of smell which helps them to locate their prey and kill for obtaining food. Big cats also have sensitive hearing. This also helps to find their prey. Okay, so the first point, that is the first adaptations in big cats, is all for the catching of prey. Highly developed sense of smell and sensitive hearing also. Okay, second, The yellow brown color of the lion and yellow brown color with the black strips of tiger helps them to hide in the forest without being seen easily. We discussed it, okay? When the tiger hunts, then what does it do? It hides in the grasses and is not being able to seen by the other organism, okay? And once it reaches very near to the prey, then it attacks it, okay? So the yellow brown color of the lion and the yellow brown color with black stripes of tiger helps them to hide in the forest without being seen easily. Third, the big cats have eyes in front of their head which enables them to have a correct idea of the location of their prey. This helps in catching the prey. The big cats have eyes in front of their head which enable them to have a correct idea of location of the prey. This helps in catching the prey. Fourth, the big cats run very fast. The high speed of running helps the big cats in catching their prey. Okay, the big cats run very fast and their high speed helps to catch the prey. Fifth one, the big cats have long, strong and sharp claws in their front legs to catch their prey. The big cats have powerful teeth and jaws to kill large prey because they need to eat the flesh, so they need to have powerful and pointed teeth, okay, to kill the prey. So they have long, strong and sharp claws in their front legs to catch the prey and have powerful teeth and jaws to kill the large prey. Okay, so these were the few adaptations in big cats like tiger, lion, etc. Okay students, the next one is adaptations in elephants. Or before that, just a minute, you can read this, okay? All the adaptations, these are very important, okay? Take a time and read it. Okay, now next is adaptations in elephants. First adaptation is trunk. The trunk of an elephant is an elongated nose. The elephant uses the trunk to smell. Because of the trunk, elephant has a strong sense of smell. It is also used for breathing. The elephant uses its long trunk to pick up food like grass and plants to put into its mouth. The trunk of elephant can reach up to the branches of the tree and help it eat tree leaves as food. The elephant uses trunk for drinking water. How? By sucking up water and putting it into the mouth. The elephant also uses the trunks to bath itself. Okay. Adaptation. The first adaptation in elephants is trunk. Trunk. What is trunk? It is an elongated nose of elephant. They use trunk to smell. They have a strong sense of smell. It is also used for breathing. They use to pick up food with the help of the trunk and put it into its mouth. They also use the trunk for drinking water. How? By sucking up the water and putting it into the mouth. Okay. Next adaptations is tusks. Tusks are the big and long pointed teeth which come out from the closed mouth of the elephant. Tusks are the modified teeth of elephant. These are actually the incisor teeth of elephant. Elephant uses the tusk to tear off the bark of the trees when it eats as food. An elephant had 2 tusks and 4 teeth. Okay. The elephant's 4 teeth are inside the mouth. The elephant's 4 teeth are molars. They also use the tusks for fighting their enemies and protecting themselves. Okay. So this is one of the adaptations, that is tusks. Next one is large ears. Due to large ears, an elephant can hear even the slightest sound made by its predator behind him so that it can sense the danger and run away to safety. The large ears also help the elephant to keep cool in hot and humid climate of the tropical rain forest. Okay. Due to large ears, an elephant can hear even slightest sound and The large ears also help the elephant to keep cool in the hot and humid climate of the tropical rain forest. Fourth, heavy weight. The elephant's feet are large and round. The large and round feet give give good stability to the elephant and also prevent it from sinking into soft ground, okay, by spreading its weight over a large area. So their feet are large and round. Okay students, so I hope the adaptations in elephant is also clear to you. Some of the animals which are adapted to live on the trees are red-eyed frogs, toucan, monkeys and lion-tailed macaques. Okay, so let's discuss them one by one. Adaptation in red-eyed frog. Red-eyed frog lives on the trees in tropical rainforest, so it is called red-eyed tree frog. The red-eyed frog has a green back and a creamy underside. It has big and bulging bright red eyes. It sleeps during the day and becomes active and feeds mainly at night. Okay, so it is one of the characteristics of it that it sleeps during the day and it becomes active and feeds mainly at the night. Red-eyed frog has developed sticky pads on its feet which help it to climb easily on the trees on which it lives. The sticky pads on the feet also allow the red-eyed frog to attach itself to the branches and leaves of the trees. Okay, red-eyed frog has developed sticky pads on its feet which help it to climb easily on the trees on which it lives. The sticky pads on the feet also allow the red-eyed frog to attach itself to the branches and leaves of the trees. Second, the big and bulging bright red eyes of this frog are an adaptation for protection. If a predator wakes up the sleeping red-eyed frog during daytime, its big and bright red eyes pop open suddenly. The sudden opening of big and bright red eyes frightens the predator for a while and the frog gets time to jump to a safe place. Okay, so this is one of the adaptations from which it can protect itself from the predator. Okay, the green color of red-eyed frog helps it to hide within the green leaves of the tree unnoticed by its prey. Okay, red-eyed frog has a very good eyesight which help it to see very clearly at night, because we discussed that it sleeps during the day and becomes active during the night and it has to feed also, so the eyesight is also very good, which helps it to see very clearly at the night. Red-eyed frog is a carnivore and eats any type of insects as food. Carnivore, it depends on other organism for food, so it is a carnivore. Okay, clear students? So this is the adaptations of red-eyed frog. Okay, read it again students and then we will be discussing the next one. Okay, next is adaptations in toucan. The animal which is adapted to get food from the fruits attached at the ends of even very thin branches is toucan. It is a colorful bird with a strange looking beak. Its beak is long and large. It has a brightly colored feathers and spend most of the time in the holes of big trees. It eats fruits of the trees. Okay, so it is adapted to get food from the fruits attached at the ends of a very thin branches. Now what are the adaptations? Let's look at that. Long and large beak. The long and large beak helps a toucan to reach the fruits attached to the ends of even thin branches of trees which are too weak to support its weight. Okay, thus the long and large beak is an adaptation in toucan for getting the otherwise unreachable fruits at the end of very thin branches of trees. The large beak also helps in temporary storage of fruits being collected by toucan. Okay, so the first adaptation in toucan is long and large beak. The second one is the feet of the toucan are adapted for grasping the branches of trees firmly. The toucan has 4 toes on each foot, 2 toes pointing forward and 2 pointing backward. This arrangement of toes helps the toucan to get a firm grip on the branches of the trees. Okay, so the second adaptation is all the feet. Third, toucan has the ability to change the color of its feather in order to blend, or we can say mix it up with the surroundings. Due to this adaptation, toucan is not noticed easily by the predators and hence remains safe. Okay, so these were the few adaptations of toucan. Take a look at it again and then we will moving forward. Okay, students, the next topic is the next adaptations in the tropical rainforest is adaptations in monkey. Monkeys are expert climbers. The hands and feet of monkeys are adapted in such a way that they can easily hold on to the branches of the trees. Monkeys have long and strong gripping tails which they use for grasping branches of the trees. Monkeys have a very good eyesight. The very good eyesight helps the monkey in leaping between the branches to escape from their predators. Okay, adaptations are, they are the expert climbers. Their hands and feet of monkeys are adapted in such a way that they can easily hold on to the branches of the trees. Okay, they have a very good eyesight which helps the monkey in leaping between the branches to escape from their predators. Monkeys have a long and strong gripping tails which they use for grasping the branches of the trees. Okay, next one is adaptation in lion-tailed macaque. The lion-tailed macaque is a kind of medium-sized monkey with a long face and cheek pouches for holding food while it is being collected. Okay, the most outstanding feature of lion-tailed macaque is its silver white mane which surrounds its head from the cheeks down to the chin. The mane of lion-tailed macaque appears to be like a beard. So the lion-tailed macaque is also called beard ape. The lion-tailed macaques live in the rainforest of Western Ghats in India. The lion-tailed macaques spend most of the time feeding in the upper canopy of trees in the rainforest. Okay, see again, the lion-tailed macaque is a kind of medium-sized monkey with a long face and cheek pouches for holding food. The most outstanding feature of lion-tailed macaque is its silver white mane which surrounds its head from the cheeks down to its chin. The mane of lion-tailed macaque appears to be like a beard, so the lion-tailed macaque is also called beard ape. The lion-tailed macaques live in the rainforest of Western Ghats in India and they spent most of the time feeding in the upper canopy of trees in the rainforest. Okay, now let's take a look at the adaptations of this. First, the lion-tailed macaque is a good climber and spends most of its time high up in trees. The hands and feet of lion-tailed macaque are adapted to hold on to the branches of the trees firmly. Next, second point, the lion-tailed macaque has very good eyesight which helps it in leaping between the branches, and this adaptation is useful in moving from one tree to another in search of food and also to escape from predators. Okay, the same adaptations we also discussed in the monkey. This is also a kind of monkey. Okay, third, the lion-tailed macaque feeds mainly on fruits on the trees. It also eats seeds, leaves, stems, flowers and buds. The lion-tailed macaque also searches for insects under the bark of trees and eats them. Since lion-tailed macaque gets sufficient food on the trees, it rarely comes down on the ground. Okay, we discussed here that the lion-tailed macaque spend most of the time feeding in the upper canopy of trees. Okay, so why? Because it gets sufficient food on the trees, it really comes down on the ground. Okay students, so this was the adaptation of lion-tailed macaque, and with this we complete this topic also, the adaptations of the organism that are present in the tropical rainforest. And by this topic concludes, we also conclude the chapter. Okay, weather, climate and adaptations of animals with respect to the climate. It was a long chapter students, I hope it is clear to all of you. Most of the things in this chapter are to be remembered or to be learned. Okay, so if something that is not clear to you, you can watch the videos again and keep making your notes. Okay, which are going to be very helpful to you. Okay, once you write anything, then it is easy to remember. Okay, it is not so that once you will read through this video and you will remember it forever. No, you have to write it, then only you can remember it easily, and it will be helpful for you for the revision purpose also. Okay students, so this is what completes our chapter. Now it is up to you to complete the notes of the chapter. Okay, we will be discussing the exercise of this chapter in the next video. Okay, and take care of yourselves, stay inside the house, keep studying. Okay students, and thank you.